Yo, so I just got back from the gym. It's a little bit past, you know, 5:30. It's actually like 8. I had to take my lady to the airport because she had a flight today, and I was making my way back. I'm like, man, I really don't want to go to the gym. And I'm on the phone talking to her, and she's like, that's not true. You know, you really do want to go. There's something deep down inside you who wants to go. I said, nah. She's like, yes, it is. You can't keep telling yourself that. And I started thinking about it. I'm just like, okay, she got a point. I can't keep telling myself that. I really do have to sooner or later adopt that mindset of like, this is what I love to do. As much as I keep trying to negate that feeling, it's just because of old thought patterns that's still inside me that hasn't been broken. And me going every day and me telling myself I want to go is sooner or later going to break those thought patterns. And I really appreciate her for that. And, you know, I don't know, a lot of people who watch me are single or in a relationship, but either or, whatever woman that is in your space, the one you sharing a bed with, the one you out and about with here and there, like they got to be uplifting you and building you. They can't be no one that's just riding the coattails of your mindset, of the reality you trying to create, and they're not, pouring into that. You know what I mean? And vice versa, you got to be doing the same thing. So I really do appreciate my woman for that. And I didn't think I was gonna come and talk to y'all about having a good woman beside you, but I feel like it's about that time. I either talk about woman or partner, but you gotta have a partner that's on the same mind frame as you, same frequency. Someone who's pouring into the things that you want for yourself, but also they know that this is what you need from them. Because a lot of relationships typically end up breaking, or they end up not getting far as distance goes, because they didn't communicate their needs early on in a relationship, and they have a barrier, whereas though they don't allow the elephant to leave the room. They always keep this tense, uncomfortable energy when things happen, and they're not trying to like dissolve it fast. One thing, I've been in a relationship for the last 2.5 years, y'all, and me and my lady rarely have any serious problems, man. Like, we don't fuss and fight, argue and stuff like that. Disagreements, yeah, we're not perfect. But one thing I basically stated first starting out, I'm not even gonna say her on this one, it was something that it's just how I always been. I don't do arguments. I don't do that whole fuss and fighting, back and forth, bickering, shit like that. That shit's weak. As a man and as a woman, we should be able to respect each other without raising our voices, without, making each other feel less than. We should be able to come to each other honestly, being transparent about whatever situations are going on, and just keeping it a stack with each other. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I definitely pride myself on, is just making sure, not making sure, but knowing that I don't have to worry about that shit that I see a lot of niggas deal with. And the reason a lot of people deal with that fuss and fight and bickering is they self-awareness. They don't see no value within themselves, and they're not adding no value to their woman. They're not giving them nothing but dick and food here and there. You know what I mean? Like, your woman, I'm not saying she got to look at you as the prize, but you really do have to be a prize. It got to be a benefit with her fucking with you. And I haven't always been the prize in my relationship. Keeping it a band. Like, I didn't really understand those things. At one point, I thought, yeah, I'm a prize just because I'm making money, I'm paying bills, all the other shit. But it's like, nah, every nigga can do that. That's growing up. That's reality. You're going to have to one day pay bills. You're going to have to one day take care of the woman that you're dealing with. But what am I adding to her is the question that most men don't answer. They always worry about what their woman's adding to them. And they playing in a relationship based off how their woman treats them, and not how they just treat women in general. And you really gotta have a real shifting mentality, whereas though you're not curating yourself for the woman you're dealing with. You letting it be known, this is what I do in all my relationships with any woman I'm dating, and this is the benefits of fucking with me. That's a huge difference from I'm trying to change my woman, and now I'm changing for myself. Every woman who gets with me, this is what kind of program I'm on. And a lot of men don't understand that. And it's mainly because most people in the black community, I would say, we raised by, single black mothers. That is what it is. Or there is a father in the household, but he not really leading. And, you're too busy getting taught how to be a man from your mama based upon what she sees a good man as. But there does come a point in time when you really have to start learning, like, all right, what is a real man? Like, you know, and sometimes that comes from dealing with certain realities, dealing with certain hardships, you know, or, you know, you just come across some game, because there's a lot of game out there now that you can get on that you can just go right on YouTube and find, you know, what is truly a real man. When it comes to, you know, how you want to be in your relationships, how you want to be able to guide your woman in the right direction, you got to first have a plan. One, you got to have a goal. With that goal, you got to have a plan. And you got to be able to lead your woman to whatever the plan that you've already set forth for the relationship. Because how can you have someone in your space and you can expect these things from your lady and this, that, and the third, and you bickering and fussing about how you don't like what your woman on, but you're not guiding her on nothing that can really help her to help you. You know what I mean? Like, you're not being open with her. You're not even listening to her when she's telling you certain things, but you're not also being open to the point to where you getting what you want out the relationship. Because a lot of fellas, and myself included, I was like this, where I would start to feel somewhat of a resentment from my woman because I wasn't being open and telling all the things that was really on my mind. Because I was too busy worried about, man, a lot of women don't really listen to us. You know, they don't really want to hear what we got to say. And I'm thinking all these things because I'm too busy listening to how social media has portrayed how men usually are in relationships. But in reality, I'm like, man, the fuck that got to do with what I got going on? I'm going to say what I want. This is what's going to happen. And whatever comes from the decisions I want for my relationship, whether we split or we stay together, that's what it be. And that's the problem, whereas though a lot of men don't see the value within themselves in that relationship, is too busy placing the value on a woman and not seeing, you know what, my needs and wants do matter just as much as my lady's needs and wants matter. So you got to be able to have a woman come into your space and you actually are taking her somewhere. She not feeling lost in the direction of where y'all going at. She knows what timing you on and what she got to be on to either, you know, go the distance with you, or we just stay in this one spot and then I end up leaving your ass. And that's just being cold blood honest about it. So, you know, my fellas, make sure you are picking the right ones in your corner. Make sure you are communicating what you need, because when you show up as the man that you're supposed to be, your woman will show up as the woman she's supposed to be. And if she's not, then you got to leave her, just being what it is. And if she isn't that person, some people will say things like, you can't teach your woman things that you can't, like some people will call it train, but like you can't put your woman on to the level of the mentality that you have. It ain't worth it. And if you are single right now, I would say it ain't worth it. I would say it ain't worth it. Go ahead and just find your woman who's already on the time that you on, and you know, it might be less hassle or dealing with as you are in your relationship. But if you are in a relationship already and you realize, like, man, I'm getting the short end of the stick of this agreement, and maybe your woman is too, she just ain't communicating that as well to you, because I was in that situation as well. I'm like, damn, like my lady, I might be getting the short end of the stick, but she is too. You gotta have a real conversation with your woman and let her know what y'all gonna be on now. Like, yeah, in this household, we read books from now on. Like, you know, like, yeah, we ain't getting caught up in social media or reality TV all the time. We're gonna come home and read. Or, yeah, I know you like to stay in bed at a certain amount of time, but now you gotta get up and do something. I'm getting up at this time, going to the gym. I need you to get up and do whatever kind of routine you gotta have for yourself, or set one. And that's just what we on. Like, you gotta be able to lead her, but also help her in her own journey. It ain't just about what you gonna get out of the relationship. It's more so, what is she getting out of fucking with you, bro? Seriously. A lot of niggas right now think they are what they not, and that's a huge problem. And you don't gotta have a lot of money to build your woman up, bro. It helps. I swear to God, it would probably help if I had a whole bunch of bread in my pockets and I can just, like, you know what? Here's this money right here. Here goes the business that you want. I got everything set up. You know, here's the steps for you. That would be great, but not everyone's in that space in their life right now. So what can you do right now to actually get her to that next level? Whereas though she not fucking with you just because of the pockets you have, she fucking you because of your character. She see that you got integrity. She see that you honest. She see that you a man of value and principles. And you know, you don't let nothing bend or fold your mindset. Like you're not moving with emotions. You moving based off strategic and strategy and logic. You know, like, you know, she see that you respect her and you put her at at a pedestal, not like she's saying like she's above you, but more so if you want to be valued and treated as a king, you making sure she treated as a queen. Like, what is she getting out of this? And also, what can she see outside of the money when it comes to you? There's a lot of women right now who's settling, bro. I'm knowing they are. And it's sad because no one deserves to settle. There's a lot of men who settle too, don't get me wrong. But you settling and you're not adding no value. So really, you might think you settling, but in reality, you getting what you deserve out the relationship, and that just is what it is. You just don't know you getting what you deserve because you think you're better than what you are. So let this game sizzle in your mind. Let it stick with you, and hopefully this does something for you. If you are a single man or you in a relationship, choose your woman wisely, bro. And make sure if you do allow a woman in your space, bro, you got a plan already set. If you ain't got no plan, if you ain't on no routine, if you ain't got nothing going for yourself, and you single and you trying to bring women into your space, bro, you fucking up, bro. You already doing it wrong. Like, get yourself right first, then you can allow a woman to be in your space, because ain't nothing better than being in a relationship or fucking a woman when you got some money in your pockets, when you got your mind on point, and you moving, in that godly manner, that godly timing. Ain't nothing better than that. So yeah, I hope this sits well with y'all fellas, and ladies, if you listening, hope this something y'all can take as well when y'all looking at a man, seeing, what kind of value he really adding towards himself, not just looking at his pockets, because that's how y'all get the game fucked up and y'all end up, dealing with a nigga who ain't shit. So that's all I gotta say, y'all. I really appreciate y'all supporting. I don't really make videos like this, but it was on my heart, so I thought fuck it, let's just talk about it. And yeah, man, keep supporting the channel, man. I love y'all, and peace.